to Shift Gang 254 talk show, and today we have the champs around. You're wondering ni machams wa wapi, but these are the champs for the recently concluded Masinga Drag Fest organized by Club TT. Position 1 we had Leroy mwenyewe driving a Toyota Vitz.
No.
We'll get there. Position 2, by the way, we have an apology for Aura. He was driving an Audi A3. Apologies accepted. He was to make, but due to unavoidable circumstances, he could not make it. Position 3, we have Bonke mwenyewe driving a Toyota Prado. Underdog, eh? Anyway, we have Leroy with his Subaru GC1. And Bonke with his GC8. Maybe unaweza piga intro kidogo.
Yes.
Wajue who is where.
It's a Subaru affair.
It's a Subaru affair, maze.
And old Subarus are that.
Old Subarus.
Yeah. Oh, I intro myself?
Yeah.
So I'm Leroy Mwamba. First and foremost, now a dad.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you so much. Car enthusiast. And with 2 companies, luckily, we have AutoTuned that deals in calibration of car softwares and programs.
Alafu calibration ni tunes, eh?
Yes, calibration is tuning. So we do tuning on factory computers and standalone computers.
Oh, okay.
So offering, at the moment, I think we're covering Subarus and Mitsubishis, but we're also going to be expanding into other platforms, God willing, depending on how much market we get.
Okay.
And we also have automotive simulation or AutoSim. And that's the simulation side of things for training purposes. We help people learn all the way from basics to advanced levels on track driving.
Nice.
Tunafanyanga hizi track days.
Nice.
So those are the 2 things.
Karibu kwa gang, karibu Shift Gang.
Thanks so much.
Bonke?
Okay, so I'm called Rainy Bonke. Basically, cars are everything. I just sell cars, fix cars. Subaru. Everyone loves Subaru, so why not just start with the easiest car possible.
Subaru Jew.
It's a lifestyle. Wow.
Sasa.
Now, what brought us here, Masinga Drag Fest? Tikiti watu walinunua sijui 2016. Tumekuwa
Corona.
tukipostpone, but finally it happened. And I can confidently say that now you are the fastest Subaru in Kenya.
At the moment,
We have
the record of the fastest Subaru in the quarter mile, and that's at 11.454 seconds.
11.454.
Yes, that's in the territory of supercars, if you look at overall times globally. And it's a big achievement, especially on the limited setup we have.
Exactly. So, we are talking about a 1991.
It's a 94
GC1.
Logbook. NTSA inasema non-turbo front wheel, 1.6 liter engine.
But kwa ground ni turbo, all-wheel drive,
different.
6-speed.
Slightly modded. Yeah.
Slightly, eh?
Yeah, just slightly.
11.4 seconds.
Yes.
Wow. Your time was?
Okay, at Masinga I just managed 13.7 because
13.7.
traction was an issue for me, but on the draggy I've done a 13 flat.
13
so
flat.
Basically, for stock setup, it's kind of quick.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I can hear sijui stock setups, sijui slightly modded, but really we are getting into that now. But even before we get into the mods and all that, how is the feel? I've never done a drag event because I'm yet to find the proper car. We are headed there. Eh?
Just saying slow. Eh?
Yes, you relax, bro. We are headed there.
Violence.
Guy, we are headed there. We are building something that probably can come and do. Hata nikifanya 14s mimi sitajali. But we are chasing
better and better. Yeah.
We are chasing your time.
Karibu.
We are coming to chase maybe 12.
There's enough space for everyone.
Yeah. How is the feel? Because when you're doing the track days, the gymkhana, it's normally now when you get there, it's you fighting for control, fighting for how you'll take the corner, when to brake. Wase usema drugs ni easy. Is it?
That one I beg to differ, especially on the manual cars.
Yeah.
Like our old tech, there's driving to it. So first and foremost, any racing you get nerves. So the more you race competitively, the more you get better at handling nerves. Because in the nerves you get adrenaline. So adrenaline inakuanga na 2 effects, either fight or flight. So in that state, if you can train your mind ukipata hiyo adrenaline rush, because hata mimi napatanga, you get the butterflies, you put the helmet on, things slow down, you have to look at this at the light counting down. So there are so many things that need to go perfect for you to do a complete run. And now for us, there's also that extra factor of shifting a gear manually. And you're trying to do it fast, so sometimes you might do it too fast and it might lock you out. You end up doing the misshift. And that's what you hear people really... So for me, it's just, you have to calm yourself down. I've used now the simulation side of things under nerves. I have that somewhat better. So you slow things down, focus on what's at hand, and just do things step by step. But inafika point, ni autopilot.
Yes.
You, how is it for you?
For me, because I've done so many events, it's become kind of very easy. Like, I know how to launch my car, how to, as in rarely I'll do something weird on my car. I've learned it inside out. So for me, it's easy, but now it's always, the hard part is always, I'm always the underdog in the competition. Everyone is always, when I change my setup, someone has made even a better setup. So I'm always one step below, but it's, anything can happen. It's racing.
True, yeah.
Never give up. Just give it your best.
Na history ya mafans kusema hey Leroy sijui nini. I mean, it doesn't get to you?
It does. That's what I'm saying. The pressure is there. And then now, if especially you're performing at that level, there's even more pressure. Because now I was the underdog going in, but somewhere in the middle of the runs, now watu waka realize kuna watu wali bet on the side. So there's somebody who bet on me and made some money on the side. But then now afterwards, after doing back-to-back runs, now I think the consistency came in. So trying to keep it consistent. Doing one good time is easy. You can have one very good run, and then now another myriad of problems. So getting each run almost perfect, that's the hard part. So me is nyama yo German.
I can think in my single, apart from power, reliability, consistency. That's everything.
Yeah.
Wow, cause again even the driver modes comes in, cause tumekuwa na events when the driver after the launch the handbrake is on, una realize handbrake iko on after 50 meters. Sometimes unapata
Mischief.
like
Kenya versus Tanzania.
Alafu you know now when
we were heartbroken.
Exactly. Every damned event. Alafu now the fans are very unforgiving.
Yeah, they're ruthless.
Atu haujui kudrive. Now msee amekuja na auto CVT hata, you know. So does it get into you? Does it get into your system at I'm doing this even maybe for GC8 or when you're facing maybe the Audi, you're like, now I'm doing this for JDM, I'm doing this for a certain garage. Does it get to you when you're doing such stuff?
That one, especially when you reach close to the finals, that's when you're like, by the you need to represent. But when you're starting, you're like, by the whatever happens, happens. But once you see there's actually a chance of a podium, that's when you're like, hey, now things need to get a bit serious.
I remember there's our track that we had at TJRV in March. Nikasikia wase wakisema jamaa anaingia na Forester. Hiyo Forester yake itaanza. And just before that, there was an SG9 yenye ilikuwa So now I was like, man, if I'm going to roll the car, itaroll leo. Juu lazima iweze. Pressure. So I know it really gets to
mistakes. At that point, you find a lot of mistakes coming up. When the pressure starts getting to you, vitu hata hujafanya before.
Yeah.
That's the moment they start. You find out of nowhere the worst things happen. But now for me, I decided, since I wanted that mindset for me I'd prepared. And I wanted a good result. So, Corona times, I'd prepared and maybe prepared better than others.
Wow.
So I went there from the first run. I didn't want to take any run for granted. So me, ilikuwa back to back, just send it in kama ni the final. So ndo kwa in that mindset of, by the time umefika final, you're already doing something to the best of your ability. So I didn't want to sandbag, let me do this, let me joke around, because maybe I've been paired with a front wheel.
You didn't take chance.
You send any run as much as possible, because there was also the time factor. So I didn't even know which run was the fastest. And it was a surprise.
Yours was just Sunday. To send it.
I wanted to get a good result. It was marketing for the tuning side of things, and I'm happy.
True. Yeah. Because I have inquiries. Nitakuonyesha ma DM.
So
Now he beat the fastest Subaru that was now the former fastest car, Kawashira's GF8. Kawashira sahi is number 2 hapo chini. You've been in Kawashira's car. How does it feel?
That thing flies. Hey, so
Kweli?
if Leroy beats that time, K's car moves.
Yeah.
So
the funny thing in
K's
this
car moves.
GC8 GF8 community, we're very
Like your bro.
pamoja sana, yeah. So even Kias, he gave me a ride in his way before while he was still doing some testing on the draggy app. So at that moment he was the fastest.
Yeah.
So it also opened my eyes to what the car can be, and maybe that I can't say it came. Unajua inatupush mbele, unasimamia mabega za mtu na take the next step.
I like that, man.
Yeah.
His car moves, huh?
K's car.
Not a
Tunnel
joke.
Vision,
Inafika mahali hata muoni mbele.
Hizi mna zoom.
yeah, man.
Na yeye una
Skills to drive that car.
Seriously.
So probably next drag fest or next Masinga, it's gonna be chaos.
There'll be many people. It
Because-
won't be a walk in the park.
But kama kawaida team GC8 lazima.
Team G8, eh?
People surprises.
Because I know K where he is right now. I know him. Hakuna venye atatulia.
Definitely.
Haizi tulia. If you Ashira pia,
Yeah.
He's also
Another champ.
another champ, eh?
the Mashiras, eh?
Yeah. Two champs.
I know. Maybe there's something with this name. Alafu pia George Nicholas, maybe I don't know whether he'll be around.
Maybe if he's around, he's also somebody to look out for.
Yeah.
I think for me, what I just showed is that the times we're doing now with those big setups, I'm expecting faster times because they'll come back with a swing.
Yeah, you. Stock blocks are doing that time. That means builds.
The built blocks will come back swinging hard. So it'll be interesting. Itakuwa very fun.
Before we let this events thing go, we saw, what are their names? Moto MK.
Yes.
They had the event still at Masinga.
Yeah.
Docs Golfar. Is it a Golfar?
It's a golfer, yeah.
Bro,
That thing is fast.
10 seconds. 10 point what?
So that car
Yeah.
moves. Sitting 10, starting it on 10-9.
I saw 10.9. They posted 10.9 on the times, which is first and foremost, congratulations. He's now
Really?
the fastest 4-cylinder in Kenya. I had it
Yeah,
just for...
Nani?
Setting a very good pace.
I had the record
Dog,
for a
much
week.
respect, eh? No, if you saw the dash cam from the X3,
Yeah,
bro, that car moves, and
it's impressive. I'm happy.
I'm really hoping we'll able to get now all these guys together.
Yeah, he's...
At least now there's diversity, like as in it's all platforms.
Yes,
Everyone's
yes,
trying
yes.
their own things.
But getting our JDM manual shifted into the 10 seconds will not be easy. Eh?
Yeah.
You know, there's that extra element of driver mode.
DSG,
Yeah.
You need to shift that thing. So the DSGs, think about it, every shift there's shaving off a little more. And now you know
Yeah.
at that point, in tenths of a second you're counting. Tenths, hundredths, even thousandths of a second.
true.
So every
Between
shift
10
is
in a
time
JDM,
lost.
A manual won't be that easy.
You'll need power and a lot of it.
Power, and maybe
Driver
lot.
mode as well, the
yeah.
shifts.
Wow. So I'm really hoping to see guys like Kinadok and now you champs, unajua ni vizuri kukaa na machamp.
Yeah.
Soon enough nitabsorbie, eh?
Good, yeah, karibu.
So I would really love to see them in one event.
Yeah.
And like now determine the fastest car in Kenya or maybe
But
probably.
I also don't mind having different events. You know, the car community now, we are so big.
True.
We can't all fit in one event. If you think
Yeah.
about that roster,
Don't be realistic. We are too
and
many.
everyone's time is different. So for me, Masinga had planned way in advance, and the MK event was on short notice. I already had other engagements, but luckily on Sunday I had a free day, so I managed to go down for another event.
Wow. We can have a league where you start at Shift Gang, then come to I think Delta, then go now to Club TT. You know, we can have.
I think they're all at the same level.
Yeah, because you see, you're also using the same tracks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
So-
drivers are different.
But the
and
thing,
builds.
the thing that I like the most is time. That's the one thing we can all compare with. So
True.
especially in the races, these short races, if we have similar tracks, let's say like Whistling Moran, we know the times there, we know TGRV, the times there. So whatever event it is, can still benchmark each other, even if you're at different events.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's good.
Now, all this is when the cars are performing. How do you prepare these cars? Like, how do you prepare your car? Do you do a tune before? How do you?
Basically, if there's one thing I never do, I never touch the car like 2 weeks to the event, like as in change it, I make it a bit faster. I always just make sure I use the car like almost every weekend. Push it as in I know the things that
Burn
the
carbon.
weaknesses and everything. So that I just park the car, wait 2 days to the event, I remove it, funny problems. But if the car works, I don't touch even a single thing.
Don't fix what is not
Bas,
broken.
If it's not broken, just as in just check oil, normal things. I always, but then most of the times, you just check if the tires are okay. As in
Or
basics,
the fluid
oil,
level.
Yeah, that's it. Till now, I never change anything as long as it was working. Why bother?
Because I see some of my friends when the event is like a week to the event. Laptop hapa. Anaulizwa how much boost? Anasema yes. Tuna Leroy na yako hapa. Enter. I mean, is it how do you prepare your car? Do you tune before?
For mine, I think until the last minute I had my laptop. So anyway, for me, as he said, you want to prepare in advance. So for me, I did a lot of testing in Mexico, doing a lot of fine tuning of especially the launch. And where I'd gotten the car, it was a bit aggressive, so I had to learn it.
By the way, we thank the Mexican government for giving us visas and passports.
Yeah, we went across the border.
Thank you so much, the Mexican government.
But at least, especially this, for me now, is trying to perfect each and every section. So I managed getting the launch, and that it's called 60 foot, the initial start of the race. Got that okay. Then now I had my goal set for the last part, which I got okay. Then now merging it all together, I needed also to sit time kidogo on kill. So I wasn't used to my car at that level. And I did maybe 3 practices before. Then I'll go to the event in the morning. There's also altitude that you need to take into consideration. So for the setup I have, it doesn't dynamically adjust for altitude.
Okay.
So the fueling was a bit, I needed to make just a few adjustments and left it at that. But it wasn't tuning per se. It's more or less fine tuning.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Builds. Because this will be really disappointing to people, and it will be both disappointing and encouraging, to some of us. Huh? What are you running? Because I'm expecting big names, big words. Huh?
No, basically everyone just thinks I 40-90. But honestly, I'm just running a stock version 3 for 1990 what? 97. The only modes I have is just a turbo, injectors, front mount. Okay, and an ECU because my stock ECU stock old ECU.
Wait.
You can't tune, so you have.
It's a version 4, eh?
Yeah, version 4 STI.
90.
Then a TDO5 18G, and then jump speed front mount, and ESL ECU because stock ECU can't tune it. So basically, I've just done the necessities because even the turbo, it's because the stock one died, a 20-year-old turbo. Me and those guys never fix what's not broken. Even this turbo, until the day it gives up, that's when I'll upgrade.
Goja. Bro. At you run in stock version 4.
Stock version 4 STI.
Alafu,
Even the coil packs, the old ones, not even coil and plug, those old ones.
Lead.
If it works, it works. As in, what's
They
the
still
point
work.
of
so what are your modes? The front mount?
front mount, the turbo, and the injectors? Because the problem with the old age, they came, even the STIs came with 440s.
Yeah, 440s.
So instead of going 500, just decided, let me just go 1,000 just for future.
The price-
instead of buying,
the price
the
difference is
difference is minimal. So just get the bigger ones, just scale them down.
So 1000cc injectors,
Yeah.
front mount. Are you running meth?
No, not yet, but
So-
it's, that one I have to. It's a necessity, especially here with our fuel and climate. Basically, meth. That's the only. I think that's the only power mod I'm doing next. Meth, nothing else.
So that's a stock version 4, coughing all that power. Which turbo are you running?
Mamba TDO5 18G.
18G. Oh my
Your
god.
gold skill like to stock. The
Tai-
famous
Tai-
5-speed.
Taiwan turbo.
Everyone is always 5-speed. Can't do anything.
Yeah.
Hey, always launching it on 5-speed.
You have a 5-speed.
Yeah, just the 5-speed.
I mean, how is that possible? Because we've seen and had big names. We've had Kina IAG, Garrett, Bogwana.
I think it's just how you
The
maintain
approach.
your car, and then as in just even though you have an inferior setup, just maximize it to the best ability. You don't have to have everything to set good times or go into competition. Whatever you have, just go with it. Have fun.
Wow. What are you running?
On mine,
Closed deck.
Basically, my car is
Stage
different.
10.
My car is different from. I didn't get a GC8 from when I got it. The previous owner had already done a swap and swapped it to a version 6 with a 5-speed. Then that died shortly after buying the car. When ukinunua gari unaambiwa iko na kashida tu ya wire ukifix. The engine was on its way out, so that died. Then I had a predicament. Luckily, I got a good option. Managed getting a full STI salvage.
Okay.
A write-off. Tukahamisha kila kitu kwa hii GC8. But after kuhamisha,
Which STI?
it's a 2002 Bagay, ile
N8.
N8.
Oh, okay.
So full N8 running gear plus just everything from the N8, including the harness, all into my car.
Wow.
And for power, I think we have now the front mount. If you count the front mount, I'm running on meth. At the time, I was on stock injectors, so 550 cc's and methanol.
Bro. So that's a stock N8
Yes,
with methanol, front mount,
front mount.
Garrett, FP Blue.
No, the turbo is it's a Mamba.
Hey, what's up with Mambas?
It's a
Taiwan.
Taiwanese. It's a Taiwanese turbo. It doesn't.
What?
It's not well known in Kenya, but if you check in Australia and other countries, where for the levels I'm aiming at and the reliability they are providing, I'm happy with the price point. For my budget, it was the best I could afford. For the best quality.
So this is proof that a stock motor, a stock Subaru motor can do 11 seconds.
Yes.
Oh
It's
my
been done. It's not the first place it's been done. Around the world, people are doing it.
Yeah, cause I told you earlier, even before we got here,
Yes.
I was reading and seeing these reviews, you know, people saying, oh, my stock STI motor is doing 11 seconds,
11,
you know,
6,
400 horsepower. And we're like, okay, 400 here, you have to buy so much to get to 400.
Which, in its sense, is true if you talk about Nairobi. Maybe from the
Altitude.
tuning side of things, we have the handicap of altitude. So if even you find Rainey's car, perhaps in Mombasa,
To perform
would
better.
estimate maybe around making, it would probably make around 16, 17 to 18% more power at the same settings. So for the same boost he's running, for the same, he'd be making maybe 18%
Now
power.
you check those best motoring videos. Basically, my car with the stock turbo, it's, I'm only like 0.3 because it does 13.3 stock.
Yeah.
And you see, I've done all that, I'm only shaved off 0.3.
Oh, God.
So as you can see, we have a lot of, we lose a lot from being high up. Nairobi is very high. We're at 5,800 feet,
Yeah.
around there. So that's a significant loss in terms of the amount of work the turbo needs to do. We run out of turbo, basically. Yeah.
Now, hardware is very important. But software is as important as the hardware.
Correct.
Yeah.
Nani anafanyanga tuning yako?
Chris.
Hey, Chris, dude.
For the past 3-4 years, zero issues.
Chris,
Parked the car for a month, started to go everywhere. As in, I've had zero issues since I started tuning with him.
Yeah.
So for me, if it works, why
True.
bother?
Wow.
I
Christian.
always go for it. Only one event I've driven home with an issue, and that's the turbo. It gave in.
Yeah.
And that's age. That turbo was 20 plus years. Every single event I've driven home.
Wow.
So
Christian has really, he has really made his way in tuning.
yeah, me.
Because
yeah,
most of the cars unasikia, ni ya nani ni
I
Christian.
think I can vouch for him because honestly, I think, apart from the tuner, also he was the owner.
Correct.
This is your part to play. Most
Yeah,
guys
exactly.
blame the tuner and maybe it's you. You are told not to do this, add this and this. You're like, it will work.
Ameweka oil ya nini? Hii ya tunaoshewa hapa. Who does your tuning?
I do my own tuning. I offer tuning for clients and auto-tuned.
Auto tune.
Yeah.
Wow. Sasa wewe ndio unakalia pale laptop unamwambia AFR ziko hivi,
Yes, sir.
knock sensor inasema hivi.
Yes.
Wow. And you did all that and you got
454 out of the setup we have, yes.
Oh my God. Oh my God. So if I have well, it may not be the same, but if I have maybe a similar setup, I can chase for good times.
Correct. If more or less this was in another person's setup, it should. But as I said, there's so many factors. There's the driver.
Yeah.
There are even things that you don't expect to go wrong that go wrong. Like for me, the bonnet refused to latch at some point in Masinga. So we're there being called to the start line na tunangangana kufunga engine. The engine bay, tumengangana, finally we managed to close the bonnet just so I made a run. And as I said, there's nothing that comes easy. Even that win had its own challenges. So,
Wow.
but the tuning, yes, we do offer it now for customers across different generations from Subarus, and now hopefully also going to be offering it for Mitsubishi Evolution owners. So looking forward to that.
Wow. Good work you're doing over there.
Thank you.
Where do you take your car? Like which garage? Ama wewe ni mtu wa DIY?
Okay, so at my place it's called Shineland Motors.
Shineland.
It's a garage and a showroom at the same time.
Okay.
So basically I work on my car 100%. Okay, it used to be me and my dad, but unfortunately he passed. So
Sorry.
for now it's just, at least he showed me everything, so I can't say until now I'm left in a place I can't do anything. As in I can work on my car inside out.
Wow.
So basically I just do it myself.
Wow. Wow. Umeita
Shineland.
Shineland Motors.
Yeah, hapo
Wow.
Thika Road.
Thika Road. Pale karibu na Safari Park.
Hapo tu. It's
Wow.
along the highway, so basically you'll see it's like a showroom, but then on the back side, that's where
Uko na LC 300. Kuna jamaa fulani hapa anatafuta
pesa, leta pesa kila kitu inapatikana.
itapatikana
No problem.
Tutaipata
Leteni pesa.
Wow. And you do simulator?
Yes. Yeah, we also have a simulator company called Automotive Sim. We yesterday had an event at Mad Max.
Oh,
so
yeah.
at the moment, we've not opened a physical location,
Okay.
but we are doing events, partnering up with different corporates or private rentals. But in future, we're hoping to open up a sim center for training purposes,
Okay.
for teaching people on advanced driving techniques.
How much does it go for a session?
A session is around 2.5, but most of the time you find we run discounts because the marketing part of it, maybe the corporate will foot the bill. But when we're doing private events, for corporate we have our own events rating. That's around 25,000 per hour.
Oh, 25,000
For them to have the simulator with an instructor and an operator on site.
Wow. And by the way, guys, that is a very good starting point for people who want to learn how to even drifting, single.
Yeah, we offer drifting, rally, and track.
Track, eh?
Yeah.
So naweza kuja hapo nichukue say 911 nipige namba green yangu.
Correct. So the techniques we train all the way from basics as far as how do you brake.
Okay.
So that's where we start. I think the best thing is to realize you don't know anything. That's normally the best place to start from. Then you'll be willing to learn. But when a driver isn't ready to learn, they're not going to progress in any way. Because you can't, if you're not fast already,
Yeah.
if you're naturally not fast.
Kwa hiyo mtu ananiangalia.
No, I'm saying for anyone, if someone isn't fast on times,
Yeah.
and they keep doing what they're doing, they cannot expect being faster than whatever they are.
Okay.
You have to change something. So that's what we try and learn what we know that was wrong, and
That
learn a
part
new
of
techniques.
accepting you're doing it wrong. That's
Yeah.
always
The hard
hardest
part.
You're always thinking, you know,
Because si kushift tu alafu kuhill
Kata
toes.
corner.
once you kubali, you need advice or assistance from someone, that's when you progress.
So we have a full course. Once the school is open, we'll be doing a full course from beginner till intermediate and advanced.
Okay. I have a motto that says lazimisha fujo, but now I need to come to your sessions.
Surgeon.
Sasa tutalazimisha fujo, yes, hiyo lazima, but sasa na razor blade.
Yes.
Pole ile precise, eh?
I think maybe the misconception I've felt most, people don't understand what this simulator. Anaona hii si ni PS. So the same technology is also used by F1 teams.
Kama wewe unataka kudrive 911 GTR R34,
Any platform, even Subaru. Iko
hata Forester.
Hata Forester.
Si ndio?
Yes, sir.
Wow. What is next? For Leroy.
For us, we're
Power
happy.
upgrade?
Maybe at the moment, I'm happy with where the car is. Maybe just I'll enjoy it for what it is. It's still doing, and I'm happy that I can also partake in other track events.
Yeah.
Well, recently at Delta in Naivasha, ended up getting a good performance.
Yeah, I almost forgot Naivasha. You went head to head with Umang.
Yeah, that was one of my best races to date. Very memorable.
And at some point you beat him, huh?
Yes, the last heat I managed to, at the end, I managed not to get any cone. And he managed to swoop one at the end, so a 0.5 penalty on that heat. But it was a fun race all nonetheless. I think that was his worst run of the day. Clearly,
Pressure,
that track was not easy.
Yeah, I could see that because gari zote zilikuwa sideways.
Yeah, everyone was on the edge of driving.
Most fun for spectators.
For spectators, eh? Wow. Comparing Naivasha and other tracks?
That was a different, I think it's the most unique. The only experience I've had close to that was the old Nyaribo. Club TT threw an event in Nyaribo. That was my first event. Nilishuka gari nikatetemeka 30 minutes. Adrenaline. That was the first time I was sideways in my life. So I needed to digest it with 30 minutes of adrenaline first going through your body.
Wow.
But this Naivasha was almost the same surface. So we had loose gravel and some patches of proper tarmac. So unapata gari ina slide kama gari nyuma zina dance, understeer, watu wanatoka kwa barabara wanagonga cone.
Na huyu
Ulikuwa na
jamaa
360.
ukiona kipatia Umang pressure.
Yeah, but the setups I clearly had more the power advantage of Umang. So on the faster sections, including the slalom, I could claw back time.
Okay.
But when very tight sections, I did not have the handling too much. That he was quicker than me outright, and I'm looking forward to also maybe increasing my performance. Hiyo sasa hiyo sector ya corners.
Yeah, handling.
Build for corners. Handling sasa kidogo.
Sipole. And on that event you are number 3.
Yeah, we managed to get that.
Wow. Congratulations, man. Thank you. Wow. What's next for you?
Personally now, handling side. Because, okay, I'd like to enter the trials because it's basically just 0 point something away. Just math and then...
Yes, sorry.
That one is carrying out.
12 seconds. You need it.
Assist to 17.
12, I'm okay. Then, handling. Me, personally, I prefer... For JDMs on my end, I prefer JDMs for track. Germans for drag.
Okay.
So, that's the direction I'm heading to.
Wow.
I'll do all the handling modes possible on that setup. If it's wide body, I don't care. As in, the most grip I can get, mechanical grip, everything. Now it just becomes now driver mode. I polish that up, that's it.
Yeah, before I let you guys go, I have to ask this because we have to cater for everybody. Mostly this discussion itaelewa na watu wenye they are deep into motoring, the real enthusiasts, the real petrolheads. But there are these Wikipedia people who come saying... my auntie has a Lamborghini 4600 horsepower. You know, that is some garbage. But ni sawa because hata sisi tulikuwa hapo. When you're talking about performance, alafu mtu anakuja anasema Subaru hizi piga Lamborghini, you know, unaona atuelewani. How much is how many horses is your car pushing?
At the moment I've not had the opportunity to dine it.
You don't want to exact them?
Approximately from the speeds we're trapping, I'd estimate somewhere around 370 to 390 horsepower, the wheels.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, the wheels.
Yes.
Ile ya ukweli, ile real horsepower.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's where I'd feel the car was with the times it's doing and the speed I'm seeing.
Wow. Because I hear most guys saying, I want to do 700 horsepower, I want to do 800, and the guy cannot even handle 200. You are like, okay, you need to, first of all, drive a real 350.
Yeah.
Alafu sasa tuanze kuongea stories zingine. Yours, how many is it pushing?
Definitely less than 300.
Kweli?
Honestly, I've never chased power. That's my goal, I'm chasing power.
Yeah.
But once it figures that point, I don't think I'd ever want more than 500 on a Subaru. Personally, I think that's the sweet spot for, especially the GC setup. Because, now Kwanza mine is way lighter than these guys. So it will become a bit sketchy. So let me just, if
Safety
I
fast,
ever get to power levels, 500, that's it.
Wow.
But I'm comfortable with my 2-somethings. I'm sure it's just 2-something there.
We are currently I'm chasing power with my school bus, so nitakuwa nikikuja kwako kwa advice, mniambie what to do, what not to do. I'm shocked that his stock motor inaweza fanya hivyo. I was seeing it in abroad platforms, locally.
Yeah.
You guys have proved that
Later
this
on
can
mechanicals pelekea Genius for software.
akuje akuje afanye software yake hapo eh. Now parting shot, utawaambia nini ma upcoming petrolheads, enthusiasts, wote?
I think any setup you have, just come to the track. You'll never have the perfect setup. So you, whatever you're running, just come and then have fun. Never come you trying to prove a point. That's the worst mistake ever. So you, whatever you're running, just come, have fun. As in, I've done so many events and you always go home so happy, as in that feeling.
Whether you are first or
Whether
last,
you're first, last, middle, as in, you had your fun, as in,
misshifted that.
you just come. No matter what people talk, at the end of the day, it's you having your fun.
Exactly.
So you, whatever you have, NA, turbo, doesn't matter. Come to the track, it's fun.
Wow. Shineland Motors pale Thika Road next to Safari Park.
Yeah.
Hapo ndio unaundia magari.
All your mechanicals later.
Sawa sawa.
Hi.
Parting shot.
Thanks first for this interview. I'm happy to have
The honor is all ours, Maze.
Kabisa Shift Gang Joe. So also for anyone who is aspiring into motorsports, as he said, any setup, any car, even a normal car, you can still learn how to drive it. So especially now with the sim, we get to teach people.
Yes.
But generally these track days are very accessible. Just a small fee, you get part. Over the track days, you can pay a small fee. And also maybe get a mentor, somebody who has learned how to. Because if you're both watu wawili mmepotea mnajifunza kuendesha, mtapotezana zaidi.
Kabisa.
So there's a lot of free information online, from videos, watch reviews, watch car professionals, and they're actually free courses online.
Alafu siwaambie reviews si za Supercar Blondie. Ama bado ni
Si
reviews.
zile za Bugatti, but I'm saying they're like kama kuna Dartfish that
Yeah.
have a lot of classes on
True.
basics of cars and car
Speed
handling.
Academy.
Yeah, there's HP Academy.
HP.
There are so many channels that are free now. So we have the paying platform where you can come and actually practice the things you've learned. But until then, just feel free and enjoy. Come into these events, even if you're not driving. Come support, come watch. Singoje WRC ya next. Kuja Shift Gang wako na event GRV, tokeeni bana, track day, and for the evil.
Maze.
Kuja to support, and that's how we'll grow this thing. To be
True. Yeah. So there's Auto-Tune
and AutoSim.
and Auto-Sim.
Yeah, AutoTune. All you can find on social media.
Okay.
So AutoTune on Instagram, and Automotive Sim. We have a YouTube channel. We have Instagram, and we have Facebook.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yours still.
China is just Instagram, Facebook. That's basically
Yeah.
All right. I don't think there is anything more to add because this has been exciting.
Thank you so much.
Looking to host you even after the next event.
Looking forward.
next one tuna switch position.
Next one hata mimi nitakuwa tu hapo kwa list. Maybe whatever number I'll be nitakuwa tu hapo kwa list.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you so much guys for watching. This has been Shift Gang 254. Wacha tusikia kwa comments what you think. If you have any tuning questions, tutakurifa kwa Leroy. Any mechanical issues, tutakurifa kwa Bonke. Anything you would want to know or to learn, tutumie maswali. If we cannot handle the questions, we'll distribute it to the professionals, those who've been there and those who are doing it and those who are learning even how to do it. Thank you so much. Please share with your friends. Don't forget this video is brought to you by DTM Kenya Limited. They bring you quality cars at very good prices. Now, till next time, cheers, Kipo.